Hello. Hi, and welcome to Not Now Therapeutics. I'm here to talk to you today about headaches and how tension in your neck muscles can be contributing to headaches and migraines. So I made a beautiful little PowerPoint for all of you, and let's go ahead and jump in and get started. I'm Samantha, and I own Not Now Therapeutics. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. It's always my favorite part. Great. Awesome. Perfect. How neck tension could be causing headaches and migraines. I am Samantha, and I own Not Now Therapeutics, where we offer non-invasive and holistic solutions for chronic pain. So let's get started. There are several different types of headaches that you could have. The number one type of headache that most people suffer from is called a tension headache. This can be caused from cervical tension, tension in the jaw from grinding your teeth, stress, which is we all know is the silent killer, all kinds of things. Sinus headaches, so if you get sinus pressure or even barometric pressure headaches, exertion headaches, where you're like overexert yourself and possibly get yourself dehydrated. Migraines, we're going to talk about those too. Hormone headaches, when your hormones aren't balanced, oftentimes that come out in the type of a headache. There's cluster headaches, which typically affect one side of the head and the eye. Hypertension headaches, so if you have super high blood pressure, that can not irritate. Irritate is the wrong word. It can affect your blood flow to your brain. Dehydration headache, which we sort of touched on before. Alcohol-induced headaches, like when you have a hangover and you're just above that, dehydrated. And then actually another thing that causes headaches is painkiller abuse. So if we want to look at the reasons why you have headaches, right? We're going to check off this list, right? And then you're like, am I addicted to painkillers? Because oftentimes when you are addicted to something that causes pain relief, when you don't have it, you will experience your symptoms only stronger. And then the only thing that makes you feel better is that thing. It's almost like a drug addiction. So this is why I kind of teach these classes, is it alcohol? Well, there's one way that you can stop that is to stop drinking. Are you dehydrated? Drinking water with lemon in it makes water 10 times more hydrating. Is it hormone induced? Women oftentimes have this problem. Do you need to get your hormones balanced? That's something you can check. And if it's none of those other things, then chances are it's from tension in your muscles, because 85% of headaches and migraines come from trigger points in the muscles of your neck and jaw. And that is what we are going to talk about today. Chronic pain occurs in muscles that have been stretched out and weakened over time. But what we don't talk about is the muscles that are tightened and that cause other pressure and cause trigger points and pain referral patterns that lead to pain, lead to headaches, lead to symptoms. So we're going to learn right now all kinds of things that we need to stop doing so that we can be our best selves and show up in our lives every day as our best self. Because let's just face it, if you have a headache, chances are you're not showing up as your best self in your work, in your family, in your relationships. When you're in pain, you just don't show up as your best self. And I know this because I've worked with people in pain for over 23 years. So look at this person. This person looks like 99.9% of the people I see on their phone. And that is going to cause not only trigger points in the front of the neck, but it's going to cause the back of the neck to get stretched out and weakened over time, which causes pain here and pulls at the base of the skull. So when you have that burning base of the skull tension headache, this is it. You could stop doing this so easily by lifting your phone right up to your beautiful base. So these problems are typically caused by repetitive activities of daily living and habituated postures, like this person who's holding her phone between her shoulder and her ear. That is going to cause a lot of problems for you. A lot of problems. You must stop doing that. And this person who's driving with one hand up on the steering wheel, one hand looking down at his phone, this is just going to cause problems for you in life. It's going to stretch out your shoulders. It's going to stretch out your neck. Chances are you don't need to be looking at your phone when you're driving anyway. Just saying. And what about our computer posture? Look at this lady here, all hunched forward, legs crossed. We all know how I feel about that. Leaned over, look at her head, and all of this muscles are, stretched out to see the screen. But here you can see she has a much more ergonomically placed position, and she's angled her computer screen so that she doesn't have to look down at it with her face, but so that just her eyes can gaze. So these are things that you actually need to think about on a daily basis. How am I doing this? How am I doing that? Look at this little kid looking at his screen. He is going to look like this man in 80 years, right? This is what posture does. And I know, like, we just don't think about it when we're in it, but it is so important. It is so important, especially if you want things in your life to change. You have to be the one who changes. Sleeping on your side. So there's ergonomic pillows that will reduce this. Normal pillows just push your head up and then you're like this sleeping, and see how it causes curves in the spine, all of these things. So if you're a side sleeper and you want one of those neck pillows that helps you to maintain a neutral spine, neutral hips, neutral pelvis. It's just, these are just the things that you, in my mind, have to do in order to take care of yourself in the most efficient way. So let's talk about our sternocleidomastoid. This muscle in your neck right here comes off the mastoid process, is right behind your ear, and inserts on your clavicle and your sternum. The sternocleidomastoid is the #1 muscle associated with headaches and migraines. Guess what it does? I'll just tell you. Unilaterally, it pulls your ear towards your shoulder and your chin up the other way, just like if you were holding your phone between your ear and your shoulder. Wow. And then bilaterally, when they're contracting together, it pulls your head forward. So if you're like looking down at your phone or looking forward at your computer, this muscle is #1 muscle associated with headaches and migraines. And I will show you its trigger point pain referral patterns. Oh, look at that. So the sternocleidomastoid, this muscle, will send a pain to the back of the skull and a pain that wraps around the eye, oftentimes causes tinnitus and ear aches, and then you'll get like across the front of the head. So as you can see, this muscle's sole trigger point areas are headaches. This is why I tell people they have to stop looking at their phones, like down, bring it up, use your arm. Your mama made it for you. She worked hard. Upper trapezius is #2 muscle associated with headaches and migraines. This muscle is involved with extension of the neck, and it gets stretched out and weakened when you are looking down at your phone. Also, if you are hiking this shoulder up to your ear to hold your phone between your shoulder and your ear. So this muscle's pain referral patterns come up the back of the neck, wrap around the head, and will give you that temple pain right behind your eye. And it will also give you that burning pain at the base of the skull, because that is where it inserts. So when it's stretched out and weakened, it's pulling on the back of your head, and it will burn, and it will tell you ow, and that is why. And then the suboccipitals. These muscles are responsible for holding your head up straight. So all these little muscles in here that are, stretched out and weakened when you're looking down. These are the main muscles of cervical posture. And then it will send that pain referral pattern through the side of the head towards the eye. So you can see that all the three of those muscles together create a headache. The last muscle we're going to talk about is actually a muscle of mastication, which means chewing. So if you are a grinder or a chewer or have TMJ or wear a night guard and get headaches, this muscle is for you. This is the temporalis muscle. This muscle is gargantuan. It covers the entire side of the head behind the eye and it wraps around behind the ear. It is the most powerful muscle of chewing. And if you put your hand right here and clench your teeth, you will feel it pop right into your hand. It's really amazing. And so what happens if you chew gum, things like this muscle can get tightened and tightened and get trigger points in it. And look at those pain referral patterns wrapping up around the eye, all across the side of the head and into the back of the head. Now, as you can see, this is a problem. So what can we do? We can stop grinding our teeth. We could drive more efficiently. We can get pillows for our heads. We can stop looking down at our phones. And we can also not be upset from the work that we do not do. Because I will tell you 100% honesty and authority that pain relievers are not a solution. They can help intermediately so that you can get to the solution, but they are not the solution. They cause more problems over time if you don't do the actual work. What work can you do? Well, you could join me in Wellness Wednesday classes that I teach every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. on Zoom. So you can feel amazing in your body. And every week we take a different topic. So this week, this Wednesday, we are talking about headaches. We go through all of those. And then I teach you systematically how to release those muscles and how to gently stretch and strengthen them so you do not have to suffer from headaches. And then you are empowered and you have tools in your toolbox. Why would you want to participate in this? Well, you would want to participate in this if you want to improve your mobility, flexibility, and strength. If you want a better understanding of why you are experiencing headaches and pain, if you want a supportive community that is focused on your wellness, and you want a physical transformation that achieves life-changing results, and that you want help from an expert, somebody who really knows what they are talking about and what they are doing. Wellness Wednesday is for you. Because what is the costing you to be in pain? With doctor's appointments at $30 to $50 a visit, and that's a copay. If you don't have insurance, it's more. Are you going to the chiropractor 2 to 3 times a week at $30 to $50 a visit? What about specialists? Are you seeing a neurologist or something like that for your headaches? $50 to $80 a visit? Are you going to physical therapy for $30 to $50 a visit? What about seeing a massage therapist? They're about $100 to $200 a visit. At the peak of when I left Florida, I was charging $250 an hour to travel to people's homes and do massage for them. So this does not even take into account missed days at work because you have headaches, quality time with your family, and just how you're showing up in your life. And that is priceless, if you ask me. So to take action and to join our Wellness Wednesday classes, it is $97 a month. That includes weekly classes with me where I can guide you through these classes. You also get access to a virtual library. This library is super incredible and I'm very proud of it. So you have access to your classes all the time. You get access to other information, strengthening programs, things like that. But you always have access to the classes in the members only portal that is only accessible to members of the Wellness Wednesday membership. And you can cancel this anytime if you find that it's not for you. But your health, and you must understand that is an investment and it is not an expense. And if you are running around throwing money all over the place, I will save you money and I will teach you how to help yourself and help you to live a more vibrant existence in life. How do you sign up for Wellness Wednesday? This is a monthly membership class. You can register at my website at nowtherapeutics.com. You can also schedule a no-cost strategy call with me and see if it's right for you. We can talk about your condition and what's going on with you and what you need help with. You'll get valuable information and we'll decide if you want to work with me, if you want to participate in Wellness Wednesday, or if you just want to continue suffering. So I hope that this presentation was very, very useful for all of you. That was so short. Yes. I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your Motivation Monday. Reach out to me if you would like more information about what I do and the work that I do with people. I am a chronic pain specialist and have been a massage therapist for 23 years and worked in physical therapy for 11 years. And my passion in life is helping people feel better in their bodies so that they can live their best life. So thank you so much for being here, and I would love to hear from you. I hope you have a great night. Thank you. And thank you to Chris and Brittany for hosting me here today. You're such fantastic hosts, and it's always nice to see you. Have a great night, everyone.